Hello everybody, this is Sonya. I hope I put this video up. I think I will. I want to do it. I'm in Australia and I am wanting to start a new piece of crazy patchwork. I've been working on the other ones that I've got slowly, bit at a time, and I'm getting there. Okay, so I want to start a new one though, because, well, a lot of people that are on now, my subbies here, are all new and maybe haven't seen how we start this, put it together, and then the stitches, because the last one I did a lot of the same stitches to join them all together. I haven't got it in here at the moment. I'm going to show you what I want to... I want to make something, again, like this one, right? Not exactly the same, of course, but this is the colours. This is the colours and things that I want to use on it, okay? So maybe, well, I don't really know whether I'm going to copy this exactly or not. Probably not, but I will use a different lot of... These have got a lot of different stitches and things on it. Actually, this is not finished. Look, I've got some little beads missing from there yet. But I'll sit there and go over it a fair bit before I do anything else with it. Turn it into a bag, I hope. Anyway, we'll do that, all right? So, let's show you how to put this together to start with. And I may just do it for about... daylight savings confused the person. Ah, dear. I got out of bed too early. Haven't even got my rings on. Not even my wedding ring or anything on yet. Me was pinching me last night. What am I going to do? 2 half... It just depends how long it takes, okay? So we got 35, 40, 45, and 8. So at 11:40 I can start the next one. So I want to write this down so I don't make a mistake. 11:40. A little ticket here with bits of writing on it. Oh, I shouldn't have expected this to write, because I've had the top off it. And it doesn't impress me, because I hope it's not all over everything where I was sitting it. And while I left the top off it, that makes you cry, doesn't it? Okay. So I'll put that there. Now, you'll need an iron. You'll need some fabric, of course. So, this piece here is actually on a pillow. No, it's not. I thought it was a pillowcase, but it isn't. It's a placemat. So we make sure that we get a good clean patch, because I really like that colour. So let's just cut a bit off here. I know, just willy-nilly, just go along. This bit up here. And I want to make it so it's big enough for a book. Is that squished onto there? Alright, I suppose I could keep the padding on the back, but then that's going to make it... I didn't know... Oh, hang on. Righto. You know what I reckon happened? We put it in the dryer. Hubby did after he washed it, so it's probably... It just melted. Maybe, I don't know. I didn't think it looked like that though. But if I can get this bit off, it's a way for me to get this sort of material, you know, doing this. I got this last weekend when I went down to the can assisting, along with a few other bits, so I'm going to cut this up here so I don't have to torch you while I'm trying to get it apart. I just want some of that off there, because I'm going to have another thickness of fabric behind it, and I don't want it to be too thick. The sew through, because it's very open weave, and that's a good... I find it the best thing to use myself, you know. People do these things different. This is my way, okay? One of my ways. Whether it be wrong or right, I don't know, but it's just my way that I want to do this. So I've got a piece of that. Alright, straighten it. Put that there. Put this back where I got it from. Okay. So I want to use different sort of pieces of fabric too. I've got a nice piece of velvet, beautiful piece of blue velvet here. One of my very favourites. What you need is probably some old blong pieces, sort of, and that bit. I've already cut out some of these so I decide which one of those I'm going to have, because I might have a couple of bits of that. I thought about the fur, and that I just thought about the fur. I didn't really go with that as a like. I've got this nice bit of green here. I like a nice bit of cotton fabric, you know, so it's nice to sew. I love a bit of green. There's green on that flower, the one I just put across there, so hope everybody's having a good day. I've got a bit of that. I have different blues. I've got this one here, and it's very, very lightweight, but it's nice, isn't it? I like it. I might just put that bit over there for the time being, and then I have that piece there of that. So I've got green, enough green. Do I need any of this velvety sort of stuff? I don't think I will. No, I've got the other one on there, and I think that's enough for that. I've got a pink piece, right, and I've got a bit of blue here. This is, that one put over there too. I thought about adding this in, but I didn't know whether to or not. I think it looks absolutely awesome. I love this. It must have been off a piece of a hanky, I think. Absolutely beautiful thing. I'll cut a bit off. This is a piece of... Well, I unplugged my heater. It's getting warm. It's a nice day today. It's a nice day. Except when you get out of bed and you think it's 7 o'clock, like usually when we do get up. But it isn't. It's 8 o'clock and your day's going down the drain really fast. Oh well, I still went back to sleep anyway, so never mind. I had a really good sleep last night, but I still went back to sleep this morning for a minute or two. This has got a nice texture on it, so a bit of texture is nice to have. Which is the right side? That one there might be, yeah. Rightio, so I've got a bit of that. Don't like that, that's a bit nasty. I think it's something I bought somebody. I've got some pink, haven't we? Yeah, I don't have any sort of blue. I might take a bit of that over there, just in case I need a piece. There's plenty here to get some more, if I do need that. And this is a pillow case, cushion cover, excuse me. And I do like this. I'll cut it out this way, okay. I'll leave the zipper in that because I might use it later in something else. Oh no, this is not the right sort of stuff. This has got a rubber backing on it. And I'm not going to use that. Oh, that would make you cry, wouldn't it? Oh dear, so I don't have apricot. I do have... Okay, nobody give up yet. Look, I've got some of this in here. This'll work, I hope. It's really thin, but I'm going to have it backing, like I said, so it should be right. We hope it will be anyway. Now, so with that bit, now I'm going to need a piece of backing piece for the back of it, and I need that to be the size of a journal cover. It will be about 14 by, because 10 by, maybe 11 by 7, or 11 by 8. Maybe 11 by 8. I got a piece of material for that. Got a bit here. Got a tiny bit here, bit of material here, 11 by 8. Bit of calico, it's all good to do the backgrounds with. So, give me some inches, please. And I think 11 by 8's good because And then whoever buys it can put it in front of their journal, because I've got enough to make now, sink a ship. But anyway, if I ever get around to making it to sell, I just get a bit further. Righto. And that gives you about 5.5 inches, be the width of the thing. Okay, right. Now I've got that for $1 somewhere. Remember that. Cost me $1. Okay. It's the best for everything. There's calico. You can do lots of things with it. I'm not a very big fan of the one with all these spots, but that's all right, you see. You don't have to have all those spots. Did I make this too far one way? Let me see. I don't want it too big. That's 8.5. I'm going to cut a bit off this, or tear it, because I want it to be a little bit shorter. Waving the rule around, Sonya. Down. Righto. Now, you can please yourself if you want to put anything in between the two layers, but I don't think I do, because I've got enough, it's going to be enough with all the stitching and that on. There'll be plenty, it'll look plenty good, don't worry. And then you can fold it in half and you can make your journal, and it can be a lot of people make squares. I think I'll be able to do it. It doesn't have to be square. I should be able to do it like this. I did it before, so I'm not going to doubt myself. Okay, so let's plug in the iron. That'll be helpful if we do that. I'm going to use the iron today a fair bit. We do have to do some ironing. This is going to be made by hand, which is going to be stitched by hand, so you don't have to have a sewing machine to do this. And it's a lot, for me, I've always done them by hand. I don't think I've done many with a machine. Okay, so in the middle, I want to put a piece of this bit. I want this bit in the centre. So what you do is you get yourself a piece. You don't have to do it like this. You can do it whichever way you like, because this is actually going to have to go on the front of the cover, isn't it? So it's not going to be in the centre at all. That won't work for me, will it? Okay, so I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. 5 edges to start. So I'm going to just run the iron carefully over this. If you can see what I'm doing, it's going to be a good thing, isn't it? You don't need to really straighten it out that much. It's not too bad. It's just... Righto. So now I've got to think about how I want... this didn't take very long to get out, did it? How I want me cover, the front cover, I want it to have that flower, and I do want that on the back as well. So that'll be a little bit, tiny bit tricky, but not so much. It won't be too bad. We'll just make sure that's not going to fall from up there. Stay there, you little thing. Right, now, so I've got this piece here, and I have another piece here, which I like this one here. This is nice, isn't it? Well, nobody said I couldn't start over there, did they? It doesn't matter if it's not on the back. I can try and do this. No, I won't. I can start in the middle, and then I can work my way to having that there, okay? So the centrepiece can be, well, it can be the flower too, I suppose. Or maybe not. It'd be too much of the flower then. Don't want them too big, because I want to have a bit of each one. So each piece, I don't want it to be too big. It's a shame I haven't got a bit of lavender colour to put on it, but I'll put stitches on there. That'll do it, won't it? Okay, so we need a piece. It's got 5 edges. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another one. Sonya, cut something else off. 5. Okay, so off we go. I've got a roof. All right, we've got a roof. I'll put that there, the roof. And that'll be nearly on the spine, won't it? Well, it will be. We don't have to worry about ironing that bit. I'll give this a press because it's going on shortly, I think. And what else? This one, another different colour. Colour away from that. Piece of that there. So we'll cut this up here. And we can lay that across the top, which is not very far. Let's do this a different way so I can start out different. There we go. There we go. Now we're going to lay that there across here, okay, on this piece. And we're going to stitch that. Okay, so let's get a needle and thread. I had another reel of thread in my hand, so I think I've got enough on here. It's getting low though. It's getting low. Right, now we thread up this. Just the ordinary sewing thread. And we're just going to do some straight stitches, okay? We start here, leave a bit at the edge there. We'll come up through the inside there. You can't see what's happening, but so the thread will go in behind there. And then we're just going to, I can see a little bit of the edge of the fabric coming out from underneath there. Now I don't know what other people do, but I like to see that a bit, so I know that I've caught it, you know. So I've got both pieces. Try not to make your stitches too big. But you want your little, just straight. Okay. Mind you, if there's anything for it to get caught on, it will. And you need to be peeping out a tiny bit, that bit there, so I don't know. Yeah, so we got lost an hour last night while we were asleep. Well, go right to the edge there. And do a back stitch and run that through there and make a knot. Okay, so you've got that bit. Okay, he's right. Now you want to turn that up there like that and line that down. You've got to press. You have to press. It will work so much better if you press it all. Look at that, nice crisp edge bit. I'm a bit thirsty this morning, I don't know. So I'm going to cut that across there, I think. There we go. So you can please yourself which way you do that. It's up to you. I mean, in this one here, you can cut that so it's going on an angle or across here, like that. Put your next piece in. As you put your next piece in, you'll have to put this blue too. Let's go with a bit of this. I like the colour of this. It's awesome, isn't it? Very old something or other though. It doesn't matter because it's going to be covered and worked on and everything, so it'll be nice. So you want to turn that over that way, and you can take this like that. So when you stitch it, it'll come out there that way, okay? So let's just stitch this one in. Put a knot. Okay. Just take it slightly back, so I know it's all caught on. And I always go over a bit too at the end part. I'm going to try and, oh, that didn't work. I'm going to try and make sure I've got it all Make my stitches a bit smaller if I can. Is that catching everything? You'd be crying if it wasn't, won't you? Eh? It'd be not good if it isn't. That bit there's a bit hard because you've got a few thicknesses to go through, but it's going to be worth it in the long run. Isn't it? It's going to be worth it in the long run. Sorry about my words. Shocking, aren't I? You don't need very big pieces to do this. I mean, I've cut off some big pieces, but it just depends how many patches and that you want. But if you want a few, that's a good thing. I usually used to do about 9 on my bags, 9 different pieces, but I think there'll be a lot more on this one. Come on, come through. I only want to use one thread, come on. Muck about. There. A really nice day out there today. Hopefully it won't be too long before we get nice sunshiny days and we can open the windows. We have the doors open and the window in the bathroom in the back of the house, but the front of the house we sort of keep it shut for a while. Keep it warm in here for a while. Okay, so that's going to go up there like that. I'm going to cut this one here along here, I think. I hope that's right. We'll figure it out. If it doesn't work, we'll put it on there somehow. It's going to be a way. It's going to be a way. There we go. It's looking good. Now, we're going to turn that over and that's going to be the front. So on there, somewhere, we're going to have to put this flowery piece, aren't we? What do we do with the bit behind? I don't think that's it. If we did, it's all squinkly up again. Maybe I didn't iron it. Here it is. So it's got some spots on some parts, and some parts are probably, that's not probably clean because I had bought this years and years and years and years and years ago. Now, turn that like that, and we'll put this, that's upside down, Sonya. You can't do that, it's upside down. What am I doing? I want that there, I think. I can't because I haven't cut it out properly, but I can if I just cut that up there. We'll get another piece. We've got plenty. There we go. We can cut that up there. That's only going to be small, isn't it, if I take some off that? I'll get the right bit here in a minute. How about that bit? Cover that part and that part, and then it'll open up that way. It'll be at the top of there. That's cool. Alright. Okay, so I'm just going to iron this a tiny bit before I stitch it on because it needs to iron. I mean, fold it up and put away for a long time. Now that's cool, I like that. So I'll cut that off there. In a minute, I'll cut some off, I should say. I'm going to stitch this on first. How much have I got here? I know this is a big piece to put on. I think it'll be alright. We'll have a look in a minute and see what happens. It's only thin. It's not a very, not going to be very wide. And it doesn't matter because if I think it's just not good, I'll put some lace on it, which I'd really like to do, to add a lot of lace to it this time, before I get started, because I need to know what I'm up to, so I'll have to put a bit of lace on it, I think, as I'm going along. nearly unthreaded my needle. I hope everybody's having a good day. If you're going to like this, you want to like my channel and share. One of you ladies said that you've been sharing my videos for a long time, and I really appreciate that. Put a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if that's an idea, and that'll be really good. Thank you. Okay, so I missed that bit there, so I'm going to take that back on an angle a bit. Otherwise, look, I've got a hole. No, you don't want, nobody wants a hole. I'll just iron that down. It should stay there, and then when I stitch it, it will. Be right when I stitch it. Won't it? I don't have a... Does it come back across there far enough? I've actually bought myself another one of these pad things on, because I really want another one. It's this one, I've got to drag it in and out all the time, so I'm going to cut a bit off the top of this so you can get a bit of an idea what's going on. Okay, and then I'm going to take some off here when I figure out that I'm going to put a bit of this blue on here. And I do love that sort of a look on that. I do like that. So, I don't want that bit. No, we don't want that bit. I'll cut that bit off. Okay, this should be long enough, I hope. I'm just cutting where the seam is, so I've got to, where the crease is, if I've got to come back and fix that. Sorry, I'll have to have a mouthful of water again. Okay, so I'm going to stitch that down there. Well, there. Anyway, I'm going to stitch that there, and it'll come over that far. Not quite until to the edge here, but that's all right, because I could have another piece. Then I want to put a bit of green up here, I think. All right. Oh, that's good. Yep. So I need a pin on that. Just give me a pin on that so I can... stitch along there now. Right. What did I do with my needle? Here it is. And I need a bit more thread. See somewhere? Come on. Always put it down next to me on the left. I usually do anyway. I've got some cotton on me today. That's okay. I wanted to put a bit of this apricot on there too, and I know it's a bit wrinkly and stuff like that, but I might press it out just a bit so I can have a bit of that on there somewhere in a minute. Okay, I must not forget, hey, we mustn't forget to put that on there. Plus I have that brownie colour one as well. This here one. Do I need the blue there then, or will I not have the blue? Will I have this piece instead? Or the apricot colour? No, I think I might stick with the blue. So this one, I'll put the blue velvet on there. They're coming to the same point there, and I don't know what I think about that. In two blue colours together. This fits across there. And well, if you cut that bit up there, and put it on a bit further. I don't know about that. I think I might go with the green. And this bit of blue is different. It's a darker one. We just got our thinking caps on here. Righto, we better do this bit, I think. I think we'll do this green bit across here. I think I do tend to stick with a lot of colours, you know, just 2 or 3 of one, 2 or 3 of each thing that's one colour, you know, like I like to put not too many colours in, but I don't know. I might just see how we go. We'll put this here. We'll put some thread in it first. It'd be a good idea, and thread the needle. Actually, it could have come unthreaded because I've got the cotton here in my hand, and I mean the needle in my hand, the cotton's got a knot in it, but I haven't put the needle in. I haven't threaded it up first, have I? Okay, right, we'll work on that. It's a good idea, Sonia. Okay, now we're going to put this across here. Okay. Somebody said they want to see that cat of mine. He's there, don't worry about him, he's there. I just don't know how he'd go, if I could bring him in and show you, I suppose. He's a good little bloke though, I think. He just likes to be where we are. He's like a kid. I suppose because we might treat him that way, I guess, I don't know. Where am I going? Up through here, righto. Keep going, Sonia. Just across here. You can draw a line if you don't think you'll stitch straight, but... Hey, I found that disappearing pencil. It's gone again. Okay, it was here. I found it. Never mind. Doesn't matter. I only want to go to there. Righto. I'm chopping the rest of this off. The fabric, that is. I'll let that go that way. I'll cut this off here, back here at level. If you don't want all that thickness of it. I'm going to put that down that way. Over half of that one. Righto. That is really pretty. I am pleased with that. So far, so good. Right, now I can put a bit of this blue up the top here. I can put that down over all that, it'll fit, won't it? Pretty much. It goes back that way, Sonia. Let's see what you get then. Turn it over the edge there. And that can come across here. Okay, right. We'll go down to there. There is a... This is a technique of some sort. But, you know, just go for it and have a go. You just keep going around until you get it how you want it to be. You probably would have went around the whole thing, but if it was in the square, you would have done that. But I've got it to the side. I don't know, I've started over here and I'm stuck over this side, so I'll do that side when I get there. If it doesn't look right, just cut a bit off. Just cut a bit off, it'll be fine. Where am I? Going up here, I've gone to come over a bit too far, haven't I? Hope not. And the bits you cut off, you probably can make a small book cover. With all these bits you cut off. Where's that? Still under there, I hope. I'm still going along the right bit. Woo, come on. Be very aware that you've got enough to go right to the edge, because if you don't, oh dear, you know what, I've just sort of kind of not made it really on this one, really not sort of made it on there. I'll definitely be putting something over the top of that. I've got both sides, yes, and I should be looking at the other bit, shouldn't I, so I can see, like I showed you, so I can see where I'm sewing, that they're both being picked up. But if it doesn't work, it doesn't matter, because you can just line it and then you're going to stitch it down anyway. You're going to be stitching it down with your fancy stitches anyway, so it doesn't really matter, that doesn't. Okay, so I hope my time's going good. I don't think it is. I think this is going to have to be a few episodes. I hope you don't mind, but I'll continue on with this today until I get at least a bit done so you can see what's going on. Okay, so let's go there with that bit, alright? And it's coming right across the edge, so that's a good thing. So we'll go up here, cut this bit off, turn that bit over there like that. I'm going to cut this piece off here. Maybe I'll put a bit of something on it first. What do I say first? Let's put this bit of blue on there. I mean, I know it's... Oh, how about the pink? You haven't put any of that on there yet. Okay, let's go with the pink. Let's put the pink on. So I want to be catching that corner there. So when that flips down, there's the edge of the thing there, you've got the book. So that's over far enough, I hope. And then it'll go right to the bottom. No, it's not a very big space that you have to fill. It's not a very big space at all, Sonia, so you just want to put that down there like that. I'm going to cut this in half so you can see that we're not doing a... I had that in a hoop. I've had that in a hoop. Oh, it'll be right to line out, I hope. I've got more somewhere. So that'll be there. Nope, that'll be there. And it comes back this way. Okay? But then that's not far enough, is it? You know, if you don't cut too much off now, have I? Let me see. Let me see. So put that across here and that down there like that. And that does not make it. Well, it only just does. Only just makes it. Okay. I'm thinking too that I might like a piece of something across here, but I can add that to it if I want to. Because this is just a higgledy-piggledy thing I'm doing, isn't it? One thing or another, eh? I go through this thread, don't I? Where's the thing again? I suppose I'm not putting much on there because it keeps coming undone anyway, so... Oh, I don't know. It's probably only a small bit I threaded on. No, I want to do the pink. I want to put the pink on this bit wider or not. I think it might be. Yes, it is. I'll take it up there further. Put it down there. Right, there we can have it. As long as we got this blue bit in here, which is something. Now, I'll turn it down here. You know what, it doesn't matter, I could add a bit on the end, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to add a bit on the end at all. Where is the rest of that fabric? Come on, I had it here a while ago. I did, I got that bit off. Have to be at the bottom of the box, wouldn't it, really? Here we go. Now, after all that flapping about, I can do this. After all that flapping about. all this fabric I pick up at, well, I did used to get some at garage sales and other places, you know, like for cheap. I didn't pay big money for any of it. It's all been, I'm going to have to do it this way so I get a bit more green in the picture. There we go, like that. You can see under there. That's terrorising me, isn't it? What about if I do that? I know I've got 3 thicknesses, but at least we're going to have it covered over and it'll be fine. Right, now sew that on there. So I don't want it to be seen through there. I think my time's nearly up on this thing for me to turn this off and start the next bit. In the next 5 minutes. I'm glad I wrote that down. Now maybe I need to cut this off, look, like that. And then I'll know what I'm doing, won't I? Usually don't cut it off until you've done it, but let's do it like that anyway. Okay, let's cut it off first, and then we can see what we're up to. Look, there you go. Very good. Now, and pull it back a bit so I make sure I've got every piece. Did I iron that bit down? I think I might have done, but it seems to want to be sitting up there in the air. These irons hot, I might have turned off for a while. Might not have ironed that at all. Right. It should be right. It switches itself on and off, doesn't it? That's what it does. Okay, so we're going to start here and we're going to go across this way. Righto? And I should have just put a folded piece in here, but hopefully I can just fasten the other bit onto in a minute and see if it looks okay under there. I'm sure it will. So 2 thicknesses of the pink, so it'll be, you won't be able to see through it because I don't think that's a very good look. I don't know. We'll have to see what it looks like when I turn this over in a minute. I don't want to go too far because I don't want to cut my stitches off. Ouch, there's my finger. All right, we're good. Okay. Okay, dokie. Now, I want that to go over there. You can see through it, but is it bad? Is that bad or not? Yeah, it looks better with it. Better that you can't see through it, isn't it? I do like it better if you can't see through it. So I'm going to cut this up here. This along here. This piece can be cut too. Well, that was that was a disaster, wasn't it? If you're careful, Sonya, now. Okay. Crikey. I'm going to put this piece on by just stitching it. Okay, so that's going to come across there. I don't need that bit. I'll cut that off. Righto. I'm going to stitch this on here. Really, you know, just a few stitches. I'm going to thread this up because I only got a minute or 2 here to go now, and I'll have to turn it off and come back with the other bit. So we're just putting this underneath it. Now it doesn't have to be, you know, the best bit of sewing you've ever done, because it just needs, it just needs to be there so I can stitch on this piece without seeing through it. Okay. I did leave a bit of a gap there, but that's all right. That comes over the top of it, the piece. There'll be stitching on it, so we won't be able to see that. It does say crazy patchwork. It is crazy patchwork. I have a line in there I can see. Look at that. It don't matter. We're going to have to use that because it's just going to take too much time to fiddle around and undo it. And anyway, I can put a piece of stuff across there, like stuff men and anything. Piece of, so I can still see through this, but only where I can cut. Okay. So I can cut up there. Why do I keep going sideways on with these scissors for? So we nearly got the front bit done. Okay. I'll be back in a minute. We'll do a bit more, okay? Or next day. I'll talk to you later. Stay safe. Bye-bye.